Hello and welcome back to the battlefield. Siege Ryan here, and we got a modern video today instead of Pauper. I know we've been having a good run in the Pauper space, but I wanted to try a modern deck this time. Reason being is that RC season's coming up. I'm qualified for the championships, so I want to try some decks to see how we go. Now, I actually qualified with black-white, so I want to take it through a league. This deck I feel like is quite well positioned. It's a little bit more expensive on Magic Online, but through rental services and stuff like that, I already had some solitudes. I could piece together the rest of the deck. Now, this deck is pretty good against Boros Energy. I've already played these league matches, and I'm actually doing the intro beforehand because I had some thoughts that I wanted to add into the deck. This is a pretty stock standard list, but I am running one Orcish Bowmasters instead of around about two. I'm also running just a 3 Flicker Wisp, and I like that little package with the Recruit of the Guards, 1 Aven Interrupter, 1 Skyclave, 1 White Orchid Phantom. This is very well geared against creature decks, which is what the meta is right now. It's a lot of Boros Energy, a lot of Domain Zoo, and people want to try the Final Fantasy cards, especially in Domain Zoo with the Chocobo, the 1-mana Chocobo that's a green and gets counters with landfall. The mana base is very straightforward. It does run the 1 Concealed Courtyard and the 2 Verges. I think on hindsight, what I'd probably run instead is 3 Bleachbone Verges, an extra, or just the 2 Bleachbone Verges, an extra fetch land, because we've got these 2 Godless Shrines and the Swamp in the Plains and the Shadowy Backstreets. Where are you? Well, it runs Shadowy Backstreets as well. Which I think, yeah, here it is, the Shadowy Backstreets, which is the Surveil lands. I think that works pretty well. I'm happy for that extra fetch land, and also helps with the Fatal Pushes. Now, 3 copies of Ephemerate I feel like is probably the correct choice. 4 is probably a bit too much. You don't really want to draw more than 1 in the deck, a bit similar to like legendary creature spells. Fatal Pushes have been good. This, and generally with discussion right now, there's Aether Vials and there's Recruiter of the Guards in this version. Most decks, in probably a couple months ago, was running Ketramos and the Relic of Progenitus. That was good. It was like a big value engine, and I guess if you follow other deck builders and players online, like Aspiring Spike, he recently released a video playing black-white, but he removed the Recruiters and removed the Aether Vials and put in Thought Seizers and the Graveyard Trespassers. Graveyard Trespassers I feel like has come across a lot lately as like in a mid-range build, and the reason, and what he said, and what some other people that have been championing these decks, is that you don't really want all that extra card advantage in this card advantage deck already. Everything is an ETB effect. And what I found with this league as well, which I tend to agree, is I didn't really want to draw the Aether Vials, especially in this creature heavy format. And yes, you kind of get you do get these Christmas lands where you have these magical Christmas lands where you have these Aether Vials, and then you have these Recruiters. You play the Recruiters, get like an Aven Interrupter. Feels nice. It feels a bit not that great all the time. Generally, what this deck is going for is that you have this really great engine with Overlord and Bowmark. You want to be able to go Overlord on 2, and you want to follow it up with something great like Flicker Wisp it or Failure it. So Failure on 2, Overlord on turn 3, maybe you push something, whatever, and then you attack, get the Overlord back, versus Overlord on 2, Flicker Wisp, Flicker it, and let's go. And then you just sort out their board with like Ephemerate Solitudes. So there wasn't really much room where I wanted to do Recruit of the Guard all the time. This deck still did very well. It ended up going 4-1, which is great. You can see how I went, maybe punted a little bit against Boros Energy in one of the rounds. But it just went, I feel like this deck ran really well. In hindsight now, I think I agree with what Aspiring Spike is saying. I would honestly cut the Aether Vials and probably run something more like Orcish Bowmasters, more of those. I don't mind the White Orchid Phantoms, I kind of like them. And I'll cut the Recruit of the Guards. I want to have a bit of a think about what I actually do want to run instead of that. Maybe it's the Graveyard Trespassers, maybe it's some more 2-drops. I don't think it's Ketramos. Just something pretty solid, and that something that they might need to remove. And then just get rid of this flexible Aven Interrupter and stuff, probably move them to the sideboard. Now, besides the main deck, we do have the sideboard over there. It's pretty straightforward. We're running the Deafening Silences for the combo because it's obviously like a lot worse of a matchup. I put in a Celestial Purge because I think it's just pretty good against some general stuff. It's good against Frog, and it's also good against Boros Energy, exiling the Flage. We got White Orchid Phantom, another Aven Interrupter because it's going with the Recruiter package. Now, some decks are running Prismatic Ending, which is a good card, but I found the list that I was basing this off was running like 2-3 Prismatic Endings, but then it didn't have like a red-white Surveil land or a Shock land to get like that full value out. I like March because it's an instant and you can do it in their end step. It targets Urza's Saga still, and it's also just good against Boros Energy as well. It just hits the things that you want to hit. And if you absolutely need to, you can exile more stuff from your hand to hit those higher targets. Some lists are running Toxic Deluge. I just think Wrath of the Skies is great. It also hits the Urza's Sagas and whatnot. Bolster it with all the X-Spell and make it like a 4-5 mana cast, and then you might still do it for 1 or 2, and then you can play Wrath of the Skies with 2 mana later on, and then play some extra creatures. I am running 2 Vindicates as well because it's just a Stone Rain sometimes, or it's handling like a Goblin Bombardment or something like that. So I think that's probably about it for my little deck tech here, and let's just jump into the next round. Right, we are into round 1 here. This hand is quite keepable. Lands and spells, as the French say. Let's go. So Failure, we got the Solitude as well. So we're on the draw. Oh, this is not a good matchup. So this is a bit grim because our deck isn't really geared towards this. It's just like the mono blue Tron-y version. Let's just play a fetch land and hopefully we just Portico into some land destruction. I'm going to Ephemerate it. Alright, they're not doing anything. This scares me a little bit. Let's get a backstreet and just see. Come on. Emperor Bones is not going to cut the mustard. Let's just double check what this deck is going to be. Good card, Ugin's Labyrinth, but it's blue-black. With the Talisman of... Yeah, I think it's just the Tron one. They run the Talisman. Yeah, the mono blue Tron list. So not as fast, which I guess is the key thing. They don't even run... What is going on? What is this deck? Okay, so some Tron list run this Pharaoh Daughter. Okay. So this isn't as scary. Again, I don't really have that much. So they're playing mono blue Tron. Let's just go land go and just do a failure next turn. I feel like this is going to be grim regardless. Really, I need like an Ether Vial or a Knight early. Cyber-wise, we're going to bring in a fair bit more stuff. So let's play Failure. And let's just think here. So I can do Recruit of the Guard and blink something in versus if I shock, play Flicker Wisp. What does that do for me? Those things got Forces, Kozilek's, Stock Ups. So they run too many counterspells. I'm just thinking I can play Flicker Wisp, target the Ugin's Labyrinth, and then Flicker Wisp comes back, and then I can do it again. Versus if I just play... They're pretty far off Tron. At least this will take, I think this will take them off more. Let's just shock, yes, play Flicker Wisp, and then it gets more counters on our failure, and then next turn we can Recruiter of the Guard. Flicker Wisp, because it comes back, so let's just target the Ugin's Labyrinth. This way it's not going to be doing 2 mana. Yep, they're returning the exiled card, that's fine. And let's attack, and then we'll just, if this survives, I mean, they didn't do the Kozilek's here either. If this survives, which it does, Flicker Wisp goes away, it comes back. And then end step, we can just get rid of active player. Maybe I'll just get rid of a, there's not a lot of double blue. So first one on, last one off. So that comes back, and then they do that, they get the 2 mana. And then Flicker Wisp comes back, and then I'll exile the Labyrinth again. So this is definitely the thing where like you need to know how the stack works essentially with this deck. But this feels like an uphill battle. Yep, and then I can just F6 them. So the next turn, I feel quite comfortable just to shock. Play Recruiter of the Guard, attack with both. Okay, they play another Ugin's Labyrinth. And they have another Emrakul. Oh no, that's the same Emrakul, sorry. They're playing Map. So I might just stop in their upkeep. Their land comes back. So let's just play the land. Yes, I'll pay 3. I might play Recruiter first and see what they do. And I can grab the Knight in this case. Obviously don't have many counter spells. Yes, please. Crazy, that's my ability. Let's have a look here. Witch Enchant, Emerald Bones doesn't do anything. Flicker Wisp. Where's my Knights? White Orchid Phantom. That's the one I want. So we can't play it this turn, but we can attack. And then if I blink again the Flicker Wisp, and then if we can resolve the Knight next turn, I think we just target this Ugins. They can't get Tron next turn anyway. Because my option as well is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I couldn't have lethal with the Solitude. The other thing as well was actually I could have Recruiter of the Guard, it got Witch Enchanter, and then play it as a land, and then ephemerated the Flicker Wisp, bounced it, and then gone rid of the Talisman. And then, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's good though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They got 6. It doesn't get the Ugin yet. It can do Subtlety. Five mana, 6 mana. Just a giant Kozilek's return. Probably. It's pretty good. You know, exile a card from that type of that type of Mogden, put the rest in your graveyard, you can cast a spell from without paying its mana cost. Okay. This does give me a bit of free reign depending on what they do. So I can cast White Orchid, ephemerate it, attack with everything, and then failure again with it. So mine and sink into stupor. Okay. Yeah, I think they saw the writing on the wall. That's fair enough. Just with the land destruction, I was going to do it 3 times and just hit everything. So with this matchup, let's bring in the Vindicates. I like Interrupters. Wrath of the Skies is interesting, and I'm wondering if Marches are worth it. Depending if they run something like an Urza Saga, which they don't appear to. So they could run Chalice of the Void, but I can't see them bringing that in. Engine Explosives, Consigns, interesting. Dismember, Mystical Dispute, Whirlwind of the Night, which spell and ability opponent controls count on the draw plays 4. Wrath of the Skies is not that good. What's bad here? Emperor of the Bones is pretty bad. Everything else kind of has a spot. I need the land. Vindicates are good. Ephemerate are good. Pushes are pretty bad. Can I cut these pushes? The Marches are probably a little bit, yeah. I mean, they're pretty good because they can also hit the talismans and the expedition maps and stuff like that. If they have some crazy hands like that. Saturday, Ugins, everything else is kind of like not that good. So let's just run this and see how it goes. Score playing against a deck that's, not necessarily straightforward. This hand's pretty mid. They kept, but like we have these Ether Vials and we also have March for some early stuff for the Talisman. And we have like 1 filter land anyway. Okay. In this case, I am just going to play land Ether Vial. Maybe a Prismatic Ending is better than this March of Otherworldly Light. This might be a very tall order. Okay, so they have Tron next turn. That's very scary. So I need Knight here. Knight or bust. Always your, yep. Knight. Okay. I mean, very grim. I think we just kind of let it happen though. We can't do much about that. Yes. Let's just do this. So cards with impending. So the Ugin's the problem. If they just Ugin next turn, they've Ugined me. That's fine. It is what it is. I can't get around that. Yes, I would like to use the ability. Oh, it's a spirit. That's huge. Why can't I target this? I could. That was very bizarre that it wouldn't let me do that. So if they don't have anything, then we're sitting okay. Otherwise, we're probably pretty dead. Like if they just cast Ugin, we're just screwed. I don't see any way we can win this. Okay. Yes. Let's play a land. I kind of don't want to Vindicate yet because I can Ephemerate. So, and they can't really counter. Subtlety, what is Subtlety? That is, it's about to one-type creature spell or planeswalker's controller puts it on the top or bottom of their library. Yeah, so it's a spell. They have colorless stuff. They can Cosmos Command. So I think in that case, let's stop in their upkeep because they're probably going to try and Cosmos Command us. Versus, I guess we could Ephemerate now. It's just interesting what we could do here, that's all. So I can Aether Vial Knight in, hit something. And they can't do much outside of that. Because they can't even consign me. Once I play it though, I have a feeling they're gonna just try and kill it. Like if I can hit something twice. I think I'm gonna Vindicate here. Reason being is that they can't do much else. Let's just go for planes. So they got the. It's better to get the power plant. They can't really counter this unless they have Force of Negation, and then we can just upkeep whatever shenanigans we want. Yeah, I think they have the Kozilek's command here, which is like totally makes sense of what to do here. It's way better than dealing with Ugin though. Yeah, Kozilek's for 5. I mean, they do get heaps of mana as well. And then they're just drawing a card. So they can still cast whatever they want as well. Still think it's correct to play the Knight. Yeah, so they got 5 mana. So they still have... this is tapped. Okay, so they'll have 6 mana next turn. Well, 7 mana still, which is interesting. So they scryed 5 to the top and 0 to the bottom. Okay, so the Vindicate happens, and then we'll just stop and... Hang on, do they run Warping Whale? No. Okay, let's just... Yep, that impedes, and then... So we can still, like, lose this. Usability... It sucks that we kind of have to use it straight off the bat though, and we'll hit the mine. They can get the island then. But then they're left with 6 mana, and they can still get 7, but it's still colorless. Okay, so it must be an Ugin on top then, which makes sense. I mean, if they're shocking here as well, that tells me that this is Ugin. Can't really be anything else. Yeah, so this is nigh impossible to beat from here. Calamity for 6. Again, what does that do? What's the one with the... So this is a bit of a different build, I guess. Alright. So they're just a weird brew build. They can't play Ugin. Oh no. Okay, so they can play Ugin off of this. Seems good. It's like a weird show and tell. So yeah, pretty dead here. They got some really good hits. And they essentially got Omniscience. We got some very good hits, really. Non-land permanent, so probably don't want to do that as much. I mean, it's a 9/9. But like, what is it? It's an enchantment. Like, okay, you choose that. But if I draw a land, then I can still... If I draw a land, then I can Witch Enchanter it. And then I'm in Gravy Train. Land? Flicker Wisp, eh? Okay. So here... I could Flicker Wisp the Overlord. What does this say? So destroy another non-land permanent next turn. I could Flicker Wisp and target the land, and then the land goes away because it's... Is this just a 9/9 with flying? Okay, so I can't even get rid of it that way. I wonder if they'll target my lands though. If I do this, I target the Overlord. What does the Overlord do for me? It gets back Solitude. See, that's probably better. Oh, no. So I can play this as a land, and then I can Flicker Wisp it, and then get it back as a creature. And then that way I can also Ephemerate. Okay, so let's play it as a land. That's why this deck's fun. And then let's play Flicker Wisp. I'll target... Is it indestructible? Doesn't look like it's indestructible. Let's target my land. And I'll come back end step. And then let's Ephemerate this because we can get rid of their other blue source here. Target that. And then hopefully I just didn't read that wrong. And then we go to end step. It doesn't really matter how this one goes. It's all the same. Yep, target you. You die. You don't get your land back. I'm P'd. I have creatures, you don't. I pass the turn. I'm going to target White Orchid Phantom next. Alright, they're playing Ugin's Labyrinth. So if they play a Talisman, alright, so this is fine as well because I'm just going to target the White Orchid, hit the tower, and then kill the Talisman. Always yield. Target you. Not Ron, not Hermione. Just kill the tower. And they get a blue source, which is a bit sad for me. And yeah, so I am going to get rid of this. Cast. Done. And we'll crack in. I mean, we're still very far away from killing them. They still have, you know, we're a 3-turn clock, essentially. Lots going on. This is sick, though. All right, they've got another tower. So 3. What do we have to worry about? Kozilek's returns. Sync to the stock up. Map. Subtlety. Lots of good stuff. There we go. Done. All right, welcome back to round 2. So we had a good win last round. Let's jump into this one. We are on the draw. This is a keepable hand. Has all the stuff that we want. I'll turn off this upkeep stop because we no longer need it. Gave Mono Blue an absolute pasting. Okay, green black. Green black what? Gravecrawler. Jesus Christ. Let's just go land pass. Can't do much else. We'll just grab the Shadowy Backstreet end step. We'll just double check. I mean, that's what I mean, like, what the hell are they playing over there, you know? So we're playing some like birthing pod mid-range list with Oculus. Look, that's fine. So they can essentially get like Bowmasters or the white. So I'm just going to get Shadowy Backstreet. Put into the graveyard. Interesting that they're not running like an Emperor of the Bones. So I might run Emperor of Bones because it can just exile this Grave Crawler and they're not going to get it back next turn. Yeah, so I think the idea is they just go a bit crazy. They're not really running they're running Flare of Malice, which is what? They have Flare of Malice, which does things, but I think just for like the failure doesn't do much here. If they're value, I think we should really just target that and just exile their creatures as they come. Put that one back. Probably not going to be adapting that one for a while. So they run like one Oculus, which is actually a little bit scary as well. Oh, Sephiroth, let's go. Enters or attacks. You may sacrifice another creature if you draw a card. Whenever another creature dies, sacrifice loses 1 life. And you gain 1 life. This is the 4th time. Transform Sephiroth. I mean, sick card. I'm probably just going to be playing the Marsh Flats. Pushing the Sephiroth. And exiling it. And then attacking for 2. I wonder if they're going to get rid of this Marionette Apprentice. Skyclave would be a nice draw as well. Okay, so they're just playing that to exile my graveyard. And that's kind of their end link. That's as hard as they go with the 3. I know they can get less with that, but let's say less is more. Okay, I might just play still the Marsh Flats. I'm happy to get a basic. Well, I need to actually use anyway to... Oh, it's a bit annoying how that is now because I have to fetch to kill that. It's a bit annoying. That's okay. So let's fetch. And I'll just main step to failure. Plains is fine. And we'll kill the Sephiroth. 4 cards left. I mean, this feels like a pretty good matchup, to be honest. And then end step was failure. If they're doing that, what do I want to do? So I'm just thinking I could play the failure. And then the failure can take the L here. Each one sacrifices a creature plays with the greatest mana. Do I want to get rid of the failure or not? Because they run Unearth, so I actually think I want to get rid of this failure, which is like a bit sad. But it's just going to be, I think, better to... I think their hand is like mono, like Unearths. And they also have that other nightmare effect that like sacrifices and brings back creatures. So I think the Sephiroth is like a big part. So that goes away. And then we'll go to combat and let's just eat the Sephiroth. Yep, target Sephiroth. And then we'll pass, and then hopefully this Emperor Bones survives some amount of time. It's got 4 cards in hand. For 3, no. Okay, so they're bogging me. So I'm wondering if they have... So kind of an option here as well is we could just recruit her. Like depending on what they get, they might get something nice. Like get rid of this Boggart Trawler. And then I could just Solitude, like Recruit of the Guard, Solitude, Ephemerate it. And then I can Ephemerate the Recruiter on the following turn. That's a good one. That is a good one. So I'm really just praying they don't have anything else in their hand. Yeah, look, I'm still going to do this. And let's just see if it resolves, because I feel like it's pretty hard to beat this. Yes. And then what do I want to get rid of though? I get Solitude. Which Enchanter does the same thing as Skyclave. So I'm thinking let's cast and let's just exile Skyclave. And then first one on, last one off. So first one on, last one off. Yeah, let's target that. Let's ephemerate it. See if that resolves. Target Bowmaster. And we'll crack in for 2. Gosh, this deck's good. Probably get rid of this Marionette Apprentice. Just extra blockers. Oh, sorry. I forgot to attack there. I don't want to adapt. Oopsie doodle. I'm thinking, what would I recruit her for? Maybe it's just getting another Solitude, or like a Ophelia would be nice as well, to be honest. Could get a Flicker Wisp and then play the Witch Enchanter. Yeah, adapt with the Sephiroth and then attack with everything. And what's this? So another Soul Trader. So what could I grab here? I mean, they could be getting something nice off this as well. I mean, I'm on 9. Like, that's the other thing as well, right? Like, I'm just on 9. Yep. Why would they do that to hit? What does this do? So this, because this, whenever another creature artifact control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life. So, if I target the Solitude, flicker that, or I could target the Recruiter of the Guard. Nah, I think it's still better if I just target the Solitude, get rid of the Marionette Apprentice, and then Witch Enchanter. Ephemerate's been very powerful here. And then now, I think I want to adapt just yet. I might attack. Let's exile their Soul Trader. Let's attack with the Solitude. Oh, I can't attack with Solitude. I don't think I'm attacking with that Emperor Bones either, though. Let's just play this Witch Enchanter, cast, hit the Birthing Ritual, because I think that's what's going to get them back into the game. They've got like 1 card in their hand. You get like a Carrion Feeder or whatever. Yeah, I exiled the Marionette. They drew a land, which is nice, but it's the... Okay, they got white. What do I draw? It's a 4/4. Honestly, I might just play the Flicker Wisp again and then just exile the white, because the white gets the creatures. Ooh. The other thing is I could target the Recruiter, but that doesn't really do anything for me. Let's target Solitude. And let's just pass. Do they have any creatures left? Probably this Carrion Feeder. I'm glad I have this extra copy of Emperor Bones. Nothing else will hit, and I can start using this Flicker Wisp then. I mean, Solitude has just been a freaking house. Exile your Reliquary. And then next turn, I feel like we can start using the Sephiroth, which would be good. What's this? Bogatruller, just to exile. Shenanigans. Might just read this Sephiroth, because I don't want to. Is it more than 4 times it comes back? Yeah. Okay, well that was just an insane draw. I mean, we don't have any white cards. I might adapt this Emperor of Bones. But first I might play this other Emperor. And then I'm probably just going to sack this Recruiter and Witch Enchanter. How fun is this? And the counters happen, and then what creature am I choosing? Probably Sephiroth. So let's just sack this Witch Enchanter. Bucket Trawler. And let's go to attacks, and we'll attack with it, and probably, what are we sacking? So this one can just exile. Doesn't really matter, does it? I'll just take that. And then you can take, I don't know, probably this Witch Enchanter. And then let's attack with this. Do I want to attack with Solitude? Yeah, I have a second Solitude. And then the Sephiroth. And then, what do I want to sack though? Probably Self. No, because then it dies. How does finality counters work? So I'm just confirming, because I might just sack this Sephiroth to itself when it attacks. Or is it another creature? Okay. You know, they're all like, I think it's fine. I think we can take hits anyway. I'm going to sack this Recruiter, because I think that would be nice to use after. Ephemerite's nice. Yeah, I'm on 11. I'm going to gain 3 anyway. And they're just taking the damage as well. Let's go. In worst case, I got the Solitude for some shenanigans. How good. How good. Yeah, let's just block. No, 3, 4, 5. Let's just take it. Because they might have an Orcish Bowmaster or something to hit this Emperor Bones. And I can Solitude like my own 4/4 if I need to. Honestly, I might just exile this and kill that now. Yeah, I've had some very good draws. Yeah, I don't really want them to connive and find something they can unearth and bring back and then kill me. So Avian Interrupter might be good because they're casting spells. Well, I guess they're only really casting the Grave Crawler. Why are they not casting Worn Trader? Maybe not. Probably don't have a lot. I guess the Purge is good for some creatures because it exiles them, and then it also hits the. They sometimes run that Nightmare that with the energy like the recurring Nightmare that does energy stuff. Wrath of the Skies might be good. Just destroy everything. I think I'm more inclined to run Marches. I don't think I should run Wrath of the Skies. I don't think that's very good. But I'm keen to run at least the Marches to handle stuff. Wrath of the Skies does hit everything that they have, and I guess it does also deal with like the Oculus if they have that. And it deals with Birthing Ritual and the Nightmare. But they're looking at kind of comboing. I think White Orchid Phantoms, all that, and a bag of chips. Skyclave, Flicker Wisp. Don't want this Avian Interrupter. Well, I cut a fair bunch of cards. Let's run the Wrath of the Skies and see how it is in this Purge. We just got more of the exile effects anyway, and then hopefully we can just run away with the game again with a Ephemerated Solitude. It feels pretty good, to be honest. These games are a lot quicker than Pauper, that's for sure. So they're obviously running some variant with the Sephiroth because it doesn't look like a lot of people are running it. This hand seems good. Like it's a way to ping some of their early drops. Emperor Bones are still here as well. So they probably run like a Thoughtseize, Fatal Push package now for all the creatures and whatnot. This looks like a Thoughtseize, unless it's a Crawler. No, it's a Crawler. Not gonna lie, being on the draw kind of sucks. Because next turn I really want to just cast Overlord and then Flicker Wisp for Overlord, but now I kind of feel like I have to deal with other shenanigans from them. I think currently, really, I just want some more lands or a Solitude. So I'm going to look for that, essentially. What's this? Birthing Ritual. Well, I can't do anything with that. It's like I could actually march and exile. Maybe it's worth it to march and just exile a Flicker Wisp. And then I'm kind of into that. No, I didn't have the stop, sorry. Oh, let's just see what they do. Maybe I'm not even meant to fetch. Okay, so we do have priority there. For planes. This is a hard choice. I might put this stop here now because of the Birthing Ritual, and that's why we kind of learned from our mistakes here. If I march that now, then they can just bring the Grave Crawler back. Well, no, because I can just get another creature. I really don't like this spot here. I feel like they can run away with the game now. I wish I knew that stop was there or not. Solitude doesn't even really do what I want. Maybe I am just meant to go Baleful Overlord Wisp. I'm gonna get rid of this white now. For 2. I wish I was getting rid of the Birthing Ritual though. So where they're doing draw step. Because the Gravecrawler probably doesn't matter as much either. You know, let's just play Emperor Bones because I think it has been quite good in just exiling random stuff. I can see them casting another creature though, quite easily. Don't really want to play this Bowmasters into like another Bowmasters. Let's play this. And we just exile. But this hand's definitely not as good as like all my black spells. Oh, really wish I could have hit that birthing ritual. That silly stop. I would have done it. I was just really too full on myself to get rid of a creature that I didn't really care about because I just used Gravecrawler to get it. And so now they can kind of just do anything. Yeah, it's a 1/2. So I wonder if they sack that. Maybe it was still correct. See, the problem is the white could have just hit the Marionette Apprentice there and just continue with what they were doing. I was just getting another one. I mean, if this is all they're doing then. So here, is it better just to Overlord and try and pick up a Solitude before they play a Voidwalker or something like that? Because the Recruiter doesn't really do much because I can't actually exile anything else. Let's just cast this with them impeding and then try and just hit like a white creature or something like that. Alright, well that's still a pretty good draw. Let's go. No, we won't pay you. Hopefully we just draw like an Ephemerate or something and then we can just start getting to business. So I can obviously do some kind of shenanigans. I think it's like half the combo, right? They have this Marionette Apprentice and then they play their Warren Trader. Yeah, so this is what we saw coming. Which is fine because I don't think it really does a lot. So if things go into the graveyard, then they can cast them. I think I'm still Skyclaving that Birthing Ritual. Because it seems just to grow more and more. Okay. I mean, that's a good one. So the problem is with... That's just so good. The problem with the Void Walker is now I need like an Ephemerate for my Solitudes, otherwise they're just going to be exiled for good. So I've got 4 cards in hand. Normally they just run 1 Void Walker. I could Skyclave the Void Walker and just pray I survive. They do draw a lot of cards. And then I go Recruiter, exile, shenanigans. Just play Ephemerates if I draw them. This Sephiroth is going to get a bit out of order though as well. They need another creature. Let's just Skyclave this Void Walker because I feel like it's just going to go absolutely insane. We're still at like a... Are they sacking it here? Triggered ability. just target this. So that Voidwalker is going to be such a headache. So 1 of as well. Normally it is anyway. Now we're really slow going. That ritual's just going to take over the game. Oh, I wish that stop was there so I could have marched it. Okay. Surely now this is like enough to do a lot of shenanigans. I'm not blocking that because the Voidwalker can just take the Skyclave. So we'll obviously block the servo token, but they're probably just sacking it here. It's just good value. Depending if they're birthing ritual, if they don't play another creature, then we can potentially just Bowmaster something. It's not that good. I guess it's good against Sephiroth. What's this? And then what? Getting rid of the Carrion Feeder. Yeah, look, I don't think I'm winning this game, but I'll play this Ether Vial, and then I'm just going to pass to them. And then, yeah, let's just exile just something in your yard. I'm going through my time here. Voidwalker's good if I survive long enough. So what I could do, and what I'm thinking about, is they attack, trigger on the stack, I play Bowmasters. That's annoying that it's tied in with their draw effect. Well, at least we can play this Bowmasters and see if, I mean, they might have a Bowmasters in their hand, to be honest. I don't think Carrion Feeder matters too much. I could shoot this and give the token to them. I don't know if this is correct, but I'm going to do it this way anyway. So they are letting me do that. So, okay, let's deal 2 to the Sephiroth. She's done 1 to face, actually. They must have an Unearth or something like that, surely. I guess we could do the Solitude and then like recruit a Solitude, exile the Voidwalker, and then the Evoke happens. Yeah, I should have hit face with them with the Bowmaster. What's this? Just another Sephiroth. Oh, so now they have a Skyclave. So are you going to use the Skyclave? Because I'm quite fine. Okay, they're using that to get a Skyclave, which I don't care about. And what are you targeting with that? The Emperor Bones. So that tells me they don't have another one. I'm going to try and exile that because they're running Unearths. I'm going to try and exile that. This goes to 1. Yes, please. Okay. March is interesting. I think I'm still going to play this Emperor Bones and exile the Voidwalker. Exile Voidwalker. And then on God, I think I'm actually just going to get rid of this Birthing Ritual now. Oh, I'll do it in their main phase too, so they think they have it for a little while longer. I mean, that's coming in soon as well, which is important to think about. I am on 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, I think I take this. 3, 4, 5. You know what? Let's just protect ourselves a little bit, I guess. I'm trying to follow you. Just let me play in this step, please. Well, again, does that even matter? Were they trying to grab another Sephiroth or something? So I want to connive on there. You know what? Let's actually hit this. Target this. Cast. X's can't be less than 3. X is currently 2. So if I cast, target that, exile this, cast. Oh no, it's extra. That's annoying. Do I do both? No, I can't do both. Let's just do it. So I thought it was like the mana cost. Hang on. Target this, exile this, cast, adjust, okay. It can't be less than 2. X is currently 2. This mana cost 2 less. Click. Oh yeah, sorry. There we go. Done. I can't play Magic the Gathering, sorry. Maybe that was probably doing too much here. I don't know. There's still their main phase as well, so they can still do stuff in this turn. They connived. Okay, what are they grabbing? Maybe that was a wrong play, but I'm just thinking about I have 8 minutes left. I have to play a little bit faster. It's another Soul Trader. Okay. I really wish I had more mana. Yes. Well, that's not good. So what? I can exile. I can bring back Orcish Bowmasters and adapt. That might be the way. I guess I could just play Recruiter. Recruiter doesn't do that much. Let's just play this Ether Vial. I can Recruiter next turn. And let's target this, if it survives long enough. Bowmaster, we can get a couple more blockers. And then next turn, hopefully we can Solitude. Pass. I mean, that comes back as well. I get a 5/5 now. Right, that's pretty good. Just the last card in hand. Rumble's good. I mean, I'm on 5 life. I can kill this. The annoying thing is that I do have to use this Emperor here. What else can I get? Flicker Wisp to do the Overlord. Get a 5/5. They have 1 card left in hand. Let's adapt. Does this resolve? If you got to push, you got to push, you know? Okay. Bowmaster, please. Do 1 to that. Go to blocks. 1 to you. 1 to you. 1 to you. And I have to think about what I'm doing with the rest of my cards. So, is this dismember? Oh, it's making the treasure. So I get a 2/2 here now, which is another blocker, which is nice. 3/3 dies. And what are they doing with that treasure? Oh, they're conniving. Yeah, I mean, I had to block everything anyway. Oh, I screwed up there. I could have done it on there. I didn't realise.
Hello.
Hey, sorry, I'm just recording.
Oh.
Yeah. How are you? I've nearly finished. There's only a couple minutes left on the clock.
Are you on camera?
Yep.
Oh, have I messed up your video now?
No, that's all right. I can edit this out. I did screw up there though. Sorry, I only got like 6 minutes left, so I'm like...
Usually you close the door.
Yeah. Yeah, but I wanted to see as well. All right, 6 minutes left. Yes. Yes. So let's just play this. Let's do this now. Play Recruiter. Because it can connive. So I can't get Solitude. I'm thinking, I'm kind of tempted just to Flicker Wisp. So I could get Emperor Bones and then do the Skyclave and then Skyclave and then you just have a 3/3 after that. That might be better versus if I do Overlord, get back Overlord, get back a Skyclave. You know, it's probably Flicker Wisp. Play Flicker Wisp. Target this. Because I've got plenty of blockers. That can block, so you know, yeah, I need to attack with something. Maybe I should attack with a 3/3, I guess. And then my Overlord comes back. I can get the Skyclave, or I can get something better back. I don't know. Yes, please. Let's just get the Skyclave because that can exile something at least. Is this indestructible? No, it's not. This is heavily just like... The problem is they can connive, so I mean, no creatures died this turn. I might just double block this and then block this one. So, oh, Bowmasters, that's a good draw. Wonder what they hit here. Because I can also Overlord to bring stuff back. Yeah, hits the Flicker Wisp. Okay, what am I doing here? This is a close game. I want to keep the Recruiter in case... Oh, I guess... What am I going to draw? Zero cards left. You can do this whenever, right? Yeah, kind of. So I've made it 4/4. Let's just, yeah, get rid of that. Target you. And let's hit with the Overlord. And then we can Flicker Wisp whatever they do. I mean, we might just hit a Solitude here anyway. Let's just hit Flicker Wisp. We got extra blocks. Birthing Ritual is interesting. But again, I think I'll just... Yeah. So let's go Flicker Wisp. Yes. Target Birthing Ritual, and then we'll use the Ether Vial. Sorry, let's play this quickly. Because I think we got the dead on board anyway this way. Yes. Target this. This at the beginning, so it doesn't happen. We untap. Let's just keep everything the same. No. No. Play land. Oh, that happens in attacks. So if we blink this, they block this and take 3, 4, 5. Oh, they just make it dead. Blink this. Block this, and then it's just lethal. You're dead. Alright, welcome back to round 3. This is sadly not a keepable hand. You might notice that the animations reset as well and the clothes have changed. I had to do this on a different day. So we're Mulligan here. This hand is a lot more doable. I don't mind actually keeping these extra lands instead. I could just bottom, maybe just do bottom a strand and keep 2 recruiters in the hand. 2's a bit how you're doing, but if we're getting one to get Solitude, then we want the other one to pitch for the Solitude. Let's just bottom the strand, because we can always backstreet or use the Switch Enchanter for a land anyway, which is the beauty of it. Maybe we can draw something nice like an Ether Vial. Looks like energy, likely. It'd be good to see. Okay, they have a very fast start and I have a very slow start. So I'd be curious to know how this kind of goes. F6. So that was a good draw. I mean, I'm still going to backstreet. I mean, that's fantastic. So hopefully they just tap out for an Ajani and then we can just Solitude them both and ephemerate it all. That's what I'm praying for. Please tap out. Please tap out. Okay. Bombardment makes things a little bit grosser. So here I'm thinking I'm just going land Overlord, then get another cat, and then if I need to I will Solitude. The issue is the Ajani has the sack trigger for the cat, so I mean if they do it, they do it. Yes, use stability. What do I want? I mean, there's only one I can get. Alright, so at least we've got our lands. If they play an Ajani, this is going to be very gross. With all these bloody cats in play. I mean, this is probably going to get very much out of control. Don't play an Ajani. Oh, no. So whenever one or more other catch control die, you may exile. See, the problem is it does it on the stack. So they have no reason to do it any other time, really. So I need to honestly draw... I don't think I can beat this. Not how it is currently. So that would... What's this other side? It will make a 2-1. If I Solitude, it's not good. So that only triggers twice, I think. Otherwise, they could have just done that. Look, I'm sorry, this is probably the incorrect play, but I think I just have to do it. At least it forces the death of another one here. I couldn't have not cast the Overlord here. So first one on, last one off. I mean, it's probably just going to trigger anyway again, which is how it works. But I haven't played this too much online anyway. Yeah, very much apologies for how this is turning out, but I think just how I have to... I don't think I was going to win this game anyway. They just kind of flipped Ajani. I wasn't doing much more either. What's my out? How do I get rid of this Ajani? Probably like Flicker Wisp, the Overlord. Really, I need to get rid of the Goblin Bombardment, really. So probably needs to be Flicker Wisp, Witch Enchanter, the Goblin Bombardment. But I'm not going to be drawing a Flicker Wisp anytime soon. I'll play this Recruiter. But yeah, like I said, it's what's in this deck that I want. So Skyclave hits the Ajani. Again, I just don't think that does it though. If I do a Flicker Wisp, I need to get rid of the Goblin Bombardment first. But I can just likely cast a Witch Enchanter next turn. Ever Interrupters, Dog Balls. This is hard. I mean, it's probably the get a Skyclave and Ephemerate the Skyclave to get rid of the Ajani and like the Bombardment, because I'd sack in response to that. But this is rough as guts. So I guess I should have just targeted the Ocelot Pride. I wonder if I need to bring in the Vindicates. See, they haven't even gone to their Flage game yet either. Oh, such a bad play that was. Oh. Because here they would just have a 2-1 and a 1-1. They have no Ocelot Pride. Yeah, so see here. I mean, if I was them, I mean, this is pretty good. I just kills the Recruiter anyway. I'm just dead, yeah, there you go. You can just sack everything and attack. I don't think I was winning that. That was just an insane hand. What Awkward Phantom comes out. I don't mind Bowmasters, don't mind Emperor. I don't really like this Aven Interrupter. Solitude, Troll is fine. Pushes are good. Let's bring in these. And if we potentially even bring in the Purges, because that gets rid of Flage. I don't think the Ephemerates are as good. I think I don't mind cutting one. Bowmasters is nice on the play. Emperor of the Bones is good. Skyclave's good. Solitude's good. Maybe it's because I'm bringing in really specific removal. Maybe these pushes aren't as good. Because the March is Exile as well. Just keep in one push. It is a lot of removal. Do you want to just take out the Ether Vials? I'm kind of tempted to take out the Ether Vials and we just run the pushes and just the Ephemerate back. Because I don't really like tempo. I feel like we have so much value in this deck that it's fine. And I want to be able to Wrath of the Skies at some point. So I don't really care. I don't really want to just lose all my Ether Vials. I feel like they are the aggro deck. And genuinely, I think this is like potentially a favored matchup. All right, we're on the play. Good hand, please. Sadly, this isn't keepable. We don't have any of the flip lands either. This hand's quite good. Keep this. Probably want to get rid of... I don't mind the Flicker Wisp, actually. Don't mind the Ephemerate. I can see this Emperor Bones dying quite easily. It's Wrath of the Sky. Like, Failure is good, but like... At least it kind of exiles... Yeah, look, I'm going to get rid of Failure because of the Wrath of the Skies in my hand. I don't want too many 2-drops to get hit. And then the Flick Wisp does the same thing as if I get an Overlord. So that can go into my graveyard. Don't really want that. I'll pass. And I'm also kind of tempted if I don't draw land here. Okay, I did. So I'm going to play this Emperor Bones now. I was probably going to not even play it if I didn't draw another land. But this hand is not that good. I'm kind of hoping for... So I actually might Wrath of the Skies here, potentially. Can't attack. I mean, they're getting 1/1s. Yeah, I think I have to Wrath of the Skies here, which is a bit annoying. Let's just get another black source. Just a nice clean 2-for-1. For 1. And we'll get in for 2. Yeah, we'll just exile their Ocelot, I guess. Oh, it F6 through the attack. That's so annoying. This is frustrating. So he's hoping they don't really have a Flage of any kind. It'd be a good play here. I have a feeling they do have a Flage because of what they're not doing here. A Season Pyro. I don't care as much about that. Because they tapped out, I'm actually kind of tempted to just discard a 2 land as well. I wouldn't mind just exiling that and getting in. Recruit is interesting. If they had Flage there, they would have 100% played Flage. So let's... I like the idea of keeping Recruiter. Let's cast by exiling... I'm kind of tempted just to attack. Would they block? Maybe. Let's attack because we can always adapt if we want to. Let's just exile Megara Souls. I'm quite happy for them just to... Yeah, they're not going to block. All right, I think we just play Recruiter here. I don't really know what I specifically want. Probably a Failure. Bowmasters is nice as well. Flicker Wisp, Failure, Recruiter, Skyclave. Skyclave might be nice as well. Already got the Solitude. Already got the Emperor Bones. That's not dying anytime soon. Yeah, let's just get Failure because it can just blink and do some other shenanigans. What do they have in their hand? Well, we've got Arena of Glory. Alright, so there's the Bombardment. the Ajani. So in response to the cat, so I actually might Solitude here. And then probably this Flicker Wisp. Yeah. Get rid of the Sajani. Not beating that. Otherwise. Yep, they're killing my Recruiter, which is a fair cop. So on my turn, I think I'm just like Solituding and Ephemerating it. Like using all my shenanigans. But that... Okay, oh, they're just killing it. Okay, that's a fair call. Okay, you got 2 cards, I got 2 cards, but you got a Bombardment. Let's play land, go. I can just bring back the Seasoned Pyro. That's pretty good. I can do it instant speed as well. Let's just go to end step. It's definitely not as fun. Because they're just going to instant kill this. I think it's pretty good. And then we'll bring this Failure in. If they want to kill it on this end step here, that's fine. We'll Ephemerate it. I mean, they could just have removal spells in their hand as well, really. Yeah, if they tap out, then I can just do it all. So they really shouldn't do it here. Yeah. That was correct. Might even... Let's just attack. Because I'll try and blink one of these tokens. And then it's fine if they want to kill it, and I'll just Overlord, bring it back. Yes, I like to use the ability. So I think it is the Failure because we can just blink it. The Flicker Wisp, yeah. And we can cast that in step as well. I mean, it's very neck and neck right now. Yep, that's a Guard of Souls. Paying costs. Please don't play a Flage. Please no. Flage. Oh, that's so good. That is like the best draw, probably. Especially with the hasting. And they can... Because they can't Failure. And I wouldn't Failure there anyway, because then they just like attack with the tokens. Kill my Failure. Can't save it. So really I need a Wrath of the Skies. Well, I'm not doing anything else on this turn. Yeah, I'm just getting thoroughly pasted by this red-white deck. Turns out energy is good. Bombardment's been huge. And I'm just kind of dead this turn now. So they got no more cards left. So I'm probably meant to march the Voice of Victory. And I can still play a Failure next turn and then hopefully Overlord. So you have to just pray they don't draw anything, essentially. Exile this. Cast. Pay 1. Only 2. Done. And then I'll play the Failure. Then I have the Failure. Yeah, they dropped me to 7. I mean, they have a lot of ways to kill me. They can Flage, almost bring back Flage. And they also bombardment my creatures. And almost bombard my face as well. Is this 2 or 3? 3. Oh no, they put on top. I just gotta take the 1 here, try and play the Failure. It must be a removal spell or something, really. Wow, I honestly wasn't even close to winning this game. I assume they're killing it here. Yep. Okay, what do I need here? Not that. I'll still play the land. Reason being, it allows me to play a Solitude. I'm not going to crack it though, unless I absolutely need to. What's this? Another Guard of Souls. Yeah, this is just probably the end, sadly. They attack. They drop me to 4. Bring me to 2. Oh wait, is it just lethal? 3, 4, 5? No, it just means I can't crack this Flood Strand. Basically dead though. Okay. This can't really do anything. It gives me 2 blockers technically. Look, I'll do this, but like again, it's not going to really do anything. Think about what this does for me is nothing. Because they can realistically just like, oh no, I guess I got blocks for both. Oh no, they can ping. Yeah, okay. Just pick this up. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, so they can ping that and attack for 3. There you go. GG. We are back for round 4, and this hand is great. We've got our lands, we've got our Failures, we've got our Solitudes, we've got our interaction. Hopefully it's a good matchup. They've mulliganed to 6. And they're on the play. Land Go has been called. We'll just play a back streets and pass. So we got the Dream here. We got the Failure. I'll keep a land on top. I like having a land. We got the Failure Belmark situation. Depending on what they... Okay, we're playing Jeskai control, it looks like. Jeskai energy. It's probably going to be a long, arduous... I'm just going to pass and keep up with Bowmaster in Failure. Again, I'm not too fussed of just playing a Belmark and... Oh, so we're playing against Zoo. We're playing against lands. Okay. Yep, you can do that. I assume they have a bolt for this failure. If they do, what am I doing? Probably just playing Battlemark, tap land. I'll still play this. They might not have a bolt, so it's just worth it to still go Battlemark and shenanigans. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with just going tap land. So let's just do the thing. If they want to kill this failure, that's fine. I'll just flick a wisp. I can use the Solitude and I can bring it back and have Solitude again. Yes, put Recruit in my hand. Let's just attack and see what they do. Yeah, they got a bolt here. Yep. No. I kind of want to save the Solitude for this Flage first before I get down to full business, you know? I don't really care if they gain a bunch of life. I feel like I win the long game. They've got 3 cards in hand. We have multiple ways to exile, bring back creatures, etc. I'm happy to kind of take 3-4 damage. It's definitely Zoo though. So casting a Flage here. Because I already have a Flage. Kind of tempted to let it pass and then we just hit this Jacobo. What am I exiling? I kind of want to keep this other land in my hand. I might get rid of this Skyclave. I am going to do this though now. I want the Flicker Wisp. Recruiter gets more Solitude. Maybe I don't need to get another Solitude because I just get it back. What else does Recruiter get? Failure, I don't really want that. Flicker Wisp, already got Flicker Wisp. I think it might be good to keep the Skyclave. Yeah, let's just conserve our life total here. Let's play our lands, play our Flicker Wisps. That's good. Yeah, I'm just going to play that. And get this Overlord in play, I think, which is going to be pretty bonkers. God bless Flicker Wisp. Let's go. Target this great creature. Comes back. Yep, I'd like my 5/5, please. Yes, I would like the ability as well. Yes, let's get this Solitude. Weirdly, no other creatures. And now I feel like it's a lot harder for them to get me here. Seem a little bit flooded as well. I'm just trying to find this specific version. Yeah, they're just targeting that. It's fine. And it definitely stays in play. See what well, Fatal Push isn't that good here. Don't really care about this Witch Enchanter now, so I think we Solitude exiling this. And then get rid of this Flage. And then, you know, now we're going to crack in here, which is nice. And we just pick up the Solitude again. I guess I could target Flicker Wisp and then get back Solitude. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, it's pretty free to do that. comes back, and then we get Solitude. Just all the value. Yes, please. Mill half my bloody deck. Pick up Solitude. Can you see how this is kind of going to go? I'm just going to keep casting Overlord. Okay. Let's just attack first. And probably want to pick up the Failure, because it can do all the other shenanigans. And I mean, I'm definitely going to play this other Overlord. It's just free to do. They're not legendary creatures, funnily enough, which is great. I'm just thinking about why they're running the blue, if it's just for consigned memory or not. It just doesn't feel like they're playing... Was it? No, sorry, they're playing Zoo, they're not playing Jeskai. I'm such a silly Billy. This just feels like a great matchup. They're probably just thinking about how they're going to win. Been done for Triome. Honestly, I feel like the Triomes was such a mistake. Just fixes all the bloody mana bases. Yeah, so it's really, the list it's running is maybe not running Ragavans, which is obviously a lot better to do. Against Zoo, they don't run many basics, so I could go down the route of just playing these extra white Orchids, because I don't really like the Bowmaster. I don't think Bowmaster is good. I think Push is good. I don't think the Wrath of Skies is that good, or this Aven Interrupter. I think Skyclave is fine. Anything kind of stem the bleeding. I think Purge is good. I'm kind of vibing the Phantoms. Like, they're not normally running that many basics. And if I can knock them off, because they're running like Mountains or Plains, if I knock them off, their certain things in their Scions aren't good or whatever. They didn't hit any Leyline Bindings. I'm also tempted to maybe run a Vindicate or two. That's pretty slow though. I like Emperor Bones. I think that card's just great. Probably cut an Ephemerate, because we are playing against just more shenanigans now with removal and whatnot. I think we can just hold out on the Wrath of the Skies, because they also probably run the Stubborn Denials and stuff. I mean, I'm on the draw, and this hand has a couple things going for it, and technically 2 lands, so I think I'll keep this. They mulligan to 5. Yeah, it has a thing for Flage. If I draw another land, then I can like Witch Enchanter a land back. So they mull to 5 for the ley line. So yeah, this kind of allows me as well to just play, I can Flicker Wisp. Okay, they are running a Ragavan. I don't have anything for that Ragavan. It just exists. Play. No. I mean, I'll definitely be, I wonder if I'm meant to purge the ley line though. I mean, if they play Scion on their turn, then like I'm definitely having to purge the ley line. It'd be brutal if they played Scion, but obviously they're not. So hopefully Ragavan doesn't hit anything important here. I mean, they can cast Failure if they want to. It's pretty free. I guess they have no other cards. So, I mean, we might lose this because we don't have much else going on. I will pay 3 life. I'm going to purchase Ragavan now. And then hopefully we just draw land so we can like Flicker Wisp and get an Enchanter or something like that and hit this Leyline. I'll take a ham sandwich at this point. Or a swamp. Here it is. Here it is. So they'll have Hexproof, which is the issue. So they're going to hit me for 2. And then going to hit me for 6 next turn. So I really need to draw a land here. And even then it's still like not that great. I don't know why they're really... Oh, it's getting the counter, I guess. Can I draw a land, please? Or... No, Ephemerate didn't do anything. Solitude didn't do anything. Ah, crap. So maybe I should have mulled. So I'm pretty dead now. Shouldn't have kept this hand. Yeah, I just can't do anything. And I feel like it's going to be a bit too late if I get another turn. Because, well, they hit me for 7 and I'm just dead next turn. So I can just have like a mono removal spell and I have to kill this Leyline. Don't they get haste? Why didn't they just jam that with haste with the Arena of Glory? Oh no, they did it with the... Look at that with the failure as well. So probably a little bit risky of looking to draw an extra land. But I think it was like a alright keep. It just had some risk to it. They're probably still thinking about, oh, they might just have solid, or like, no, Solitude doesn't matter. I don't really know what they're thinking about here. What would get me out of this? I don't think anything. You can see how Wrath of Skies is bad though. Just clog up whatever I'm doing. I don't really want to change my sideboarding either. I'm just going to have 6. I can't do much. It's a lot of damage. Yeah, I'm just dead here. So if I go untap lands, go to 3, yeah, play this, bounce this, kill that, then they just bounce my bounce this and get in with this. I still have 2 other creatures. Yep. So it's probably like my game to win there, but I was just being a bit of a silly Billy and kept a bit of a stinker of a hand, I guess. Well, I think it was a fine hand. It just didn't get there. Like, it didn't draw a swamp. If it drew a swamp, it would have been fine. I could have played Overlord or not have to shock in twice. The fact that I had to shock in 9 lives worth to play land, it was a bit, how you doing? What's interesting if they're running... Maybe it's worth to run some Wrath of the Skies because they might be running some weird variant. I'll be on the play, thank you. Oh, hand's good. Hand is good. Keep. So we can Overlord and hopefully get something else and we'll try and Shadowy Backstreet, some other shenanigans. They mulled again. They mulled like 4 times. Um, I'm now seeing there might be an argument for some Wrath of the Skies because they're running multiple 1-drops. They're running that Jacobo, you know, like it's fine. Does what it says on the box kind of thing. But if it's running that, then they're probably running 4 of those, and then probably running 4 Ragavan. Yes, here's the Ragavan. Can't do much about that. Let's just fetch, get a Shadowy Backstreet, hopefully just get another land on top. Yep. And I'm kind of hoping I just hit a Solitude off this Overlord, to be honest. What else did they... Yeah, let's get a Plains. Cast with Impending. I could also cast the Emperor Bones, but I don't know. I think this into Flicker Wisp, I don't care if they really get... What do I hit? Oh, just a White Orchid Phantom. I think the fact that I can just go Flicker Wisp, target the Overlord next turn, get some more shenanigans going, I think is a fine thing to do. And they didn't get the Guild Pact either, so we've got a couple turns. What do they hit here? Fatal Push. Well, that doesn't do anything. See, and all they've done is ramped here. Like, it's not that the end of the world. And what do you have? A Kabu. Look, because of this, I'm still going to shock. Hopefully get a Solitude here. Yeah. I mean, they might consign the ability as well. It's on the stack. Yeah, they are consigning. Okay. So what do I want to do here? I think if they don't have a removal spell, I'm blocking this Ragavan. And then I'm probably... I mean, they could have lots of different ways to do this, but I think I have to hit this Ragavan if I can. I have a couple different lines depending on what they do, but essentially I can use this Flicker Wisp to block the Ragavan, and the next turn I can shock, I can play the other Flicker Wisp, I can Flicker Wisp the Overlord, I can Ephemerate the Overlord, versus I can Emperor of Bones, and I can exile my Overlord in the graveyard and then cast it and then get in with it, but then that dies to a Bolt likely. So there's lots of couple of different options, but I definitely don't want whatever they have going here to go through. The other option as well, which might be interesting, is just playing White Orchid Phantom and then ephemerating it if they don't play another land, which I'm open to. The Overlord play, I feel like, really depends on if I draw Solitude or not, like yes or no. Currently, they have the tempo here. Solitude just does the trick for me. I have a feeling they have another consign. They're probably thinking about what should I do with this blue mana here. Do I commit more to the board? A push is a good draw as well. I would take a push. Stuff like Tribal Flames are a bit scary. If they just go Tribal Flames, get a treasure, then they have consign again. I feel like this is my game to lose though. Like, okay, they are bolting. So this is a bit scary because this makes me think they have more interaction. Discarding that and then just cracking in for 6, which is just really scary. I don't kind of really want to use this extra land here. I wouldn't mind if they just tapped out and played a Kavu, to be honest. I feel like I could work with that more, but now I don't really want to do this Witch Enchanter. So I got the Jacobo. Now the question is, do they have another consign? Well, they do getting this out of bolt range. Well, this makes you think they have a consign or something like that. So that's a 5/5. So what I want to do... I could try and... So if I play the Witch Enchanter, then I drop to 5, and then a couple things can kill me. So the 2 Chocobos can kill me. Might get a blocker though. I think the Emperor Bones really does it, because they can still consign. That's a triggered ability. I think it's still correct to play this. If they have Flage, we're a bit in danger. And let's just target this again. That will come back. Because I'm actually tempted to ephemerate. Okay, now I've got the Solitude. Okay, that's annoying that it just went through that. I feel like I should have gone priority again after that. Oh no, I didn't have the... Okay, well it was a land anyway. I feel like I do want to be conservative with this other... I should have had the... So I should have had this stop in my end step, because then it would allow me to do a bunch of other things. Let's do this now. And let's hit... I think the Ragavan matters as much. Let's target this. Let that die. And let's just try and ephemerate, because then otherwise that changes my trajectory of what I want to do. Because otherwise this Flicker Wisp is going... Yeah. I wanted to do this in my end step. Well, I'll target that then. And honestly, I'm just going to block with this Flicker Wisp, because I don't want them to be able to block with anything else. Yeah. Okay, welcome to the 5th and final round. We are on the play, so we are going to be on the play. And this hand is kind of mid, but it's got Aether Vial, it's got lands and spells. I think it can get there, especially with these shadowy back streets and whatnot. Let's see what we're playing against. I don't really yield these Aether Vials anymore because it does matter. Energy again, eh? We get our Retribution. So the problem is this this Verge is actually not tapping for a plains just yet. Well, that's a bit grim. I'm going to play this Failure next turn. Let's just back streets. It's a bit of a shame we have both of our Scry lands. Put it to my graveyard. No more lands, please. I think this Solitude is really just going to, I mean, hopefully just like an Ajani or something. Okay. Question is, do I want to kill this Ocelot Pride? It just feels so bad, because they're going to get If I had more, I would Solitude here if I had another non-land, but I don't. Can I get another non-land? Ephemerate? I'll take an Ephemerate. Yes. Okay. Still not that good. We'll play a Backstreets. I can go into the graveyard. I can pass. It's Ocelot Prides. I'm hoping that we can just yeet. Ugh. And where's that going? On the Ocelot Pride, probably. Okay. So let's put in the failure. This will block the Ocelot. I mean, the problem is I just don't have anything else now. So I really need... Overlord's my best draw, really. Or hell, even Emperor Bones. Because I just don't have anything else. At least get rid of this Ocelot. So yeah, Emperor Bones is good. Overlord's the best still. Okay, I'll put this on 3 because there's some good hits on 3. Yes. Okay, that's good. So let's play this Emperor and let's... Well, honestly, I'm going to target the Solitude. I'm actually going to do it now because I can trigger the Solitude and bring it back for good. Just set all my stops. Adapt you now. Put the Solitude in and then we'll flicker it. Let's target this. And then we'll attack with both. Let's target Solitude so it comes back. All right, now we're in business. Now we are in business. Because even if they kill the failure here, at least we have ways to just flicker like this Solitude and what have you. Hit the cat. All right, that's my turn. It's my board state where I had just lands in my hand. What are you going to do? Flage? Fable. It's pretty... Yeah, it's pretty good, I guess. So I'm probably just going to flicker this token. Unless I hit something really good. So it's going to stay on. Always no. No. That wasn't a good draw. We'll still play it and we'll attack. Just target the Ocelot. Makes you think they don't have any removal spells either, really. I keep this push out in the march flats in case we need to do a push situation. I could have actually Solitude. I could have still exiled Solitude and then played it to like exile that. Because it would have gotten the damage in anyway. They're not discarding though. Because now the failure dies to a Flage. Whilst it wouldn't have before. Yeah. So that was my mistake. Yeah, that was a big mistake on my half there. I guess they have something for this Emperor Bones now. Okay, well at least I can exile this Flage in the graveyard. So that was a big mistake by me. Just exile this Flage, attack 4, yeah. So it's now a very big, just a top deck wall, but now they have this Fable. I should have really had this failure kicking around. I guess they could have still killed the failure, but I would have had a Solitude because they would have just... I'm not playing lands, I'd rather than think I have something really good here. Nothing really gets to... Nothing I do around the 6 mana mark and the 3 countered Ether Vial would matter here. Oh... I mean, those are some good draws. So really, Overlord's my best draw. Solitude's good. I need something for this Reflection pretty quickly. Otherwise, it's going to get a bit gross. 2 Fables. Okay. Well, I mean, this is why their deck's good. Because they can run away with the game. So I don't even feel like if they killed the failure... I got this other... Alright, let's do some just silly and just... technically thin the deck, even though it doesn't actually do anything. It's got to try and no. And just pray we draw something other than a land here. Emperor's good. I'll take an Emperor of Bones heavily. Not another Ether Vial. So I think we're pretty dead here now. See, they can play whatever they got off that, and then they can copy the Seasoned Pyromancer. Like Recruiter would have been huge. I don't think there's anything actually to get me out of this now because they're going to flip the Fable, they're going to discard and draw, get another token, and then they're just going to copy the Seasoned Pyromancer and draw 2 more cards and then play all their spells. Yeah, not very promising for Ryan here. So in the discarding a Static Prison, like the things I'm doing doesn't matter. Yeah, they've officially turned the corner now. Yeah, you just copy the Seasoned Pyromancer here as well. Very, very good. Yeah, draw 2 more cards. Play like literally anything and haste it. Yeah, this is... I'm dead here. I'm just so dead. I'll see what I draw, but like now they have bombardment and they can sack all the creatures. That's a crazy... I feel like we were really in a parity there, and I had a slight advantage for a good portion of that game, and then it just completely turned on its head there. I'll just have to take this, otherwise they'll just bombardment with the token and something else. Yeah. Energy is not as straightforward as we thought it would be. And this is why I don't want to run these Ether Vials. Yeah, look, this flips anyway, and then they just have this one and the other one. I can't beat him from here. That's just crazy. Crazy. It's delaying the inevitable. Alright, let's bring in all the shenanigans. Let's take out these interrupters. Didn't really like the pushes too much because of... I guess it hits the Ragavans as well. What else am I taking out? I'm taking out one of those. I really think these White Orc Phantoms are doing the job. Celestial Purge is important. I am just probably bring in one of the pushes. I think that's what we did. The Ether Vials didn't feel as strong though, so maybe I'm just cutting these. If we're just thinking about value and the game going long, maybe I just do want all the just good top decks. And I don't want too many Vindicates, but like if it can hit an Ajani or it can hit something else, maybe it's good. But this is why we play these leagues, is we see what sideboarding actually works for us. It's not the best, but I'll keep it anyway. Got this back street. I kind of want that just in case they play anything, because we can always just kill whatever next turn and then do another shadowy back street and then maybe get something good as well. And the fact that they're doing this, I can failure. So I can still do push, or I could do a failure end step. So no 1-drops in their hands. What does that mean for us? Alright. So they've got enough lands in their hand if they're bidding one of those. It's like mono reaction. It's a bit scary. We'll play the failure. It's fine. I could have maybe saved it for something else. You're just killing it here. Yep. Just like a lot of removal spells, I guess. Okay, another failure. I'm just gonna play a land and pass, because we have this push and we just do another failure. I want to be able to adapt this Emperor Bones as well if it comes up. Everyone's playing this very slow game. Plays planes. They're bottomed a couple times. Okay, there's Seasoned Pyromancer. What are they discarding? Just Weta. Is Weta even that good? Let's play this failure out. I can really get them with an Emperor of Bones and some other shenanigans. I might just play this Trawler. It's not that good. Not much does really anything else. It's 2-2. Let's just shock this in, because I might be able to get them with like this push. Let's just play this crappy 3-1 and just exile the graveyard for Flage crap. And if I attack, I can bounce this. Do I want to trade with a Seasoned Pyromancer? Nah, I don't. Oh, if I do, I don't get that ability from it then. Nah, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. Well, I can definitely attack with the Seasoned Pyromancer. That is quite fine with me. wonder if they have a flage or something like that, which would be great. Ghost Vacuum. Let's go. Ghost Vacuum. Interesting. It's killing the failure. And yeah, that goes away. So I think I play the Emperor Bones here. Because I have two. I think I just play them both out. Because at least I can get a failure underneath, which can let me do something. Pick that one. Just target a failure. You can only get one. Yeah, that makes sense. I might just try and trade with this Seasoned Pyromancer now. Maybe I was meant to block it before. Doing a discharge. I think this whole game I just needed to draw an Overlord. It turns out that card is a really good card. Really good card, good brute. See, now I'm just gonna block this here. I think that's fine. Because then I can try and exile it. I might even have to Flicker Wisp this Ghost Vacuum so they don't get a Flage. Does look like it. Let's try and pick up this Seasoned Pyromancer. We get him with two. Play the Flicker Wisp. Yeah, I think it's fine. I don't think they're going to block, and I don't really want to adapt unless I absolutely have to. I feel like they have another land in their hand, so let's Flicker Wisp this Ghost Vacuum, so they're not going to get these great cards. Play land. This push has been grim. Ghost Vacuum comes back. I brought the marches in, didn't I? I did. Oh, Bombardment's such a paddling. Hopefully they just don't have another creature. I think March is going to be good just to... Let's kill this Seasoned Pyro. And if they do have another creature, they can do some sack shenanigans. I might be able to get just like 3 damage in. So exile, I guess they get it back, don't they? This Flick Wisp isn't getting very good. He goes vacuum it. So if they sack this creature, it might actually just be better to kill this Ghost Vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They didn't have any other creature. I think it is correct. For one and done. Be a bit annoying if we have to adapt here. I still think this is quite grim. I might have to adapt this Emperor Bones, but will they draw? Okay, maybe just a land. So I need to draw something for this Goblin Bombardment now. Don't really have anything for it. I'll have the Witch Enchanters, a Vindicate, 3 more Marches. I could Wrath the Skies for 2, couldn't I? Let's attack. No, I can't do it all. Pocket Trawler. What does Failure do? It's others, isn't it? To one other target non-land permanent. I really don't want to blow my load on a crappy creature. Let's do this. I could have gotten the other Emperor Bones, which is the other choice, I guess. And let's just keep this, because we're not dead for a little bit yet. And you kill the Flicker Wisp, yeah. So it could have been worth it to just do the Emperor Bones and then could have done the Emperor Bones and then end step adapted. I mean, I think I'm just going to adapt here. Let's just adapt. Because I can adapt again in response if I need to. Yeah, and let's just get the damage in. But I guess I screwed up where I probably could have just done more damage if I just thought about it a bit more. Yeah, so we'll just hit for 7. I don't know, we'll exile, I guess, this Flicker Wisp. And just hopefully this gets there, I guess. Yeah, sack it. So yeah, I should have done the Emperor Bones because then I would have brought back the Emperor Bones, which is 4 more damage, and it would have adapted something else. Would have brought it back, exiled something, and hit with like a Flicker Wisp on top of everything else, and then killed them. Instead, I'm left like this, and they can still win the game. But again, this is why I'm running this through a league to see what I actually need to do to be a good player with this deck. There's lots of lines and there's only so much time as well. But yeah, technically if they didn't have any removal, then it was correct just to chill on what I had. So I'm just going to attack first. I don't know, just I want to keep some of these lands in my hand, so it's, you know, it's whatever. I guess I should be mindful of Ghost Vacuum as well. I'll attack, and then I'm going to play this Witch Enchant on this Bombardment. I guess the idea is they have if they play well, that Marsh Flats doesn't do anything. Yeah, there you go. Okay. That was so interesting. What mattered there? I don't think the pushes mattered as much because I had the marches as well, but I kind of wanted some other way to handle like a Fable, or like a Goblin Bombardment, because it honestly felt like they were just going to win the game quite easily. This hand's good. I think it's just got the interaction, a way to handle Goblin Bombardment as well. So hopefully we can get there. I mean, depending on the draw, I might still just go Marsh Flats, and then I might just push a Ocelot if they do play one. I mean, I could have just played a Backstreet, but I have a lot of these 1 or 2 drops. And I could do push next turn as well. If they're just attacking for 1, then I'm quite happy to just deal with that. What else are they doing? Nothing. So they have a very reactive hand as well. I'm honestly just going to get the shadowy Backstreets. And Recruiter is kind of nice. It gets more Solitudes. It's better than like an Unknown, I guess. So here as well, let's just do another Backstreets. I do like the card Solitude, so I'll keep that on top. So mono removal spells. Depending what they do, it's going to be a slog. It's going to be a slog. They can attack for 1, that's fine. And Season Pyro is good for them. Bombardment. Well, let's just cast and kill this, and then we can get rid of the Bombardment. I won't get rid of the Bombardment till following turn. Let's play land and go. We're definitely marching it though. I would love an Overlord. That would be excelente. Probably flaging something at some point. Probably getting rid of the Switch Enchanter. To Solitude, that is. What? So their hand's just like mono cast. Alright, we'll kill this Bombardment. Dunzos. I mean, they also probably don't want to Wrath either. Play more in case I Wrath, but Bombardments are generally pretty redundant. You know, you just have the one and that's it. All right, what am I getting here? What is going to allow me to win this game? Flicker effects, failure is pretty good. Emperor Bones is also pretty good. Maybe it's Emperor Bones. Skyclave, Boggart. See, the failure flickers the recruiter. So I might get that, and then also if I get an Overlord, it does that shenanigans as well. I do have to Solitude a ham sandwich here. Well, I think anyway. Showdown. Nice. All right, what do we hit? Show me what you got. Ajani, Galv Discharge. Okay, so not that good. Let's just get... They don't really run Blood Moon anymore. I'm still going to get Godless Shrine. Now I feel silly. Now I wish I had a... something else. Okay. I'm going to attack first. So I'm going to play this Tap Trawler and just kill this Showdown, I think. I think it's just free to do so. Play tapped. No. So they could bomb, like, have another bombardment and sack to... So they're doing that first, though. So I can't really let them do... Like, they have this Galv Discharge. I do have to let them cook with it. I might lose my whole hand here. You're Galv Discharging, targeting my Recruiter. You can do that. I don't really mind. Land tapped. I mean, it's written 3 cards. Good. Okay. I'm probably just... Do I just Solitude here? Let's just Solitude, I think. Because what else am I doing? And then worst case scenario, I can Witch Enchanter. Let's get rid of this Ajani. Not a fan. You know what? Let's just get in with this Witch Enchanter. You can block it if you want. It's such a weird game. Like, what's in their hand? Just like mono removal spells? Got that extra... Maybe they have Wear Tears, I guess, in their hand. Another Showdown. So good. Celestial Purge, Threaten Charm. Well, at least those weren't very good hits. Yeah, they've got like Molten Rains. Like, yeah, they're really running. I don't agree with them bringing in Celestial... Well, I guess Celestial Purge hits the Overlord. You can play that next turn. So if I have an Overlord, I'm not playing it then. I don't really want to play much of anything. They must just have a very, very, very reactive hand. Let's attack. And just pass and see what they do. It's got this other Solitude. I want to keep this Witch Enchanter for like a bombardment effect. Thread Enchant doesn't do anything. Really, they can respond to what I'm doing. I guess that's free to do. Jesus. So the question is, I think I just purge here because I have the March for another bombardment. This exiles it then. It's going to go away for a long time. This purge just rots in their hand. We'll play the failure end step. Season Pyro. Hopefully I'm just going to be able to play this failure. Alright, failure, come on in. Okay, so I'll play this land and I'm gonna Solitude because I don't want that existing anyway in my life. I'm just gonna tap like this because I'm mindful if they do run like a Blood Moon effect. So this will target the Season Pyro and then we'll attack. And I will bounce the Solitude because then I get an extra counter on the failure. Let's just bounce this. Failure comes back. Gets the counter. So if they have another Flage, then I guess we're in trouble. Maybe it was better to march that. Because if they do Flage, it's going to be gross. Okay, this looks like... What does this look like? A Ghost Vacuum? Voice of Victory. At least this isn't a Flage. Bring back Flage. Yeah, you have the floor. You can do whatever the hell you want now. Is this a bombardment, maybe? Which is, again, great card. This is body down to the wire and going to time as well. I haven't drawn any Overlords, and I definitely did not side them out. It was a Flage. That's grim. Wait, was that in graveyard? I thought I exiled this. Oh no, sorry, it is... Crap. Is that one coming back? That is grim. Alright, well now I have to march that. Can I draw like an Ephemerate or something? Another Solitude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. let's just cast Solitude. Cast. Because that, at least the, I don't want to lose either of these cards anyway. Let's just Solitude this Flage. Where did that Flage come from? I thought I exiled it. I guess I didn't. I mean, and I can't attack through this Voice of Victory. It's just a brick wall. Alright, here's my 2 Solitudes. You have your creature. We've gone through 2 Flages. Again, I would have rather to draw an Overlord. I think that's still my best draw. Because it gets everything. Just hit him with a Thraben Charm, eh? Just getting in with a Thraben Charm. Don't play another Flage. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Seasoned Pyro. That's a good one. I think I'm going to have to march this Voice of Victory. Discarding a land. Because they just get some 1/1s. Oh, Bombardment's a good one. Well, now I have to Witch Enchanter the Bombardment, which is annoying. You gonna let me block? Technically there, because I net 1 then. They go away anyway. Yeah, it's all the same. I would love a Wrath of the Skies. Could I draw some of my sideboard cards or an Overlord, please? Because that would be absolutely nuts. Wrath of the Skies. Not a land. Please, no. Alright, well, we're going to have to just hit this Bombardment, otherwise we will die. They've had some great draws, really. We'll play this tap land. And then, yeah, I mean, we'll probably just block this Seasoned Pyromancer if it comes to it. It's crazy that we haven't drawn any Overlords or Wrath of the Skies or shenanigans like that. Hell, it might be worth just to block one of these Mobilizers. If they draw Fables, no, well, they have a couple of turns for that. Let's just block that. Let's just get him for 2. Probably still don't get rid of the Seasoned Pyromancer straight away because of that cheeky card called Flage. Alright, they obviously don't have Flage, so let's just do this now. That's it, that's all my spells. What do you have? Alright, let's attack, and then, I mean, we can get around the Flage by just flickering this. Target you. I mean, I don't have much else. Alright, they got something. What do you have? Fable. I'm still going to attack with everything. What's in their hand? Wear Tears, probably. Let's attack. There's a good draw by them, really. If they don't draw Flage, I'll be happy. Flage would just kill me. Yeah, 2 more lands. So they're just drawing lands. And what's this? Guard of Souls is good. And what, another creature? That's annoying. Can I draw Wrath of the Skies? Another Ocelot. Wow. Well, there you go. Yeah, you just get a bunch of creatures, don't you? Alright, what do I draw? Nothing? Overlord? Overlord. Give me an Overlord. That's insane. And we'll do it for 3. Get rid of that Fable, and then we'll attack. Oh, I need to do it. That's so annoying. It's cooked. Oh, that's such a good draw. I mean, I could be the best draw because now I can bring it back and kill me, right? This just kills me. That is so irritating. Where were my overlords in this game? Oh no, it doesn't kill me. It just drops me to your ridiculously low number. So I need to go 6, 9. So I need a spell for that now. But yeah, I'm pretty dead. So yep, you dropped me to 10 and then 4. You know, the time doesn't really matter here now. Well, that's good because now it keeps going now. So I'm going to play and come back. Get rid of the Flage. Attack for 7. So now I have more triggers with the Emperor. Yeah, you got, yep. So we're winning on time, basically. It would have been good to see the end of this, but I mean, that nearly kills me as it is. So I will Wrath of the Skies for 1. Oh, can they kill me? Almost kill me, wow. Alright, now I'm ahead of the clock. This is cooked. So what if I would have won this game? They only got a couple seconds left, but like... We've got 4 seconds left, so there's not enough time. Yeah, and GG. There you go. We won that. I think we would have won that anyway. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.